अगर ये शर्ट डालने से, अगर ये ईयरफोन्स डालने से और अगर मेरे यहाँ इस जगह पे लाइव करने से भारतीय टीम ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस दे रही है, तो आज से लेके 19 नवंबर की जो तारीख आने वाली है, आज से लेके तब तक के सारे शोज मैं यही करूं, क्योंकि ये लकी शर्ट है, लकी प्लेस, और भारत ने क्या परफॉर्मेंस दिया है। वेलकम टू द डायरेक्ट हिट एंड द फिफ्थ अंपायर, इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका। अभी कुछ 12 घंटे पहले हमने मैच खेला है और एक बार फिर अब हम उतर रहे हैं मैदान में। ये वनडे क्रिकेट नहीं है, ये मेरे ख्याल से 3 डे क्रिकेट बन के रह गया प्रीतम, बिकॉज इंडिया इज ऑन अ रोल एंड श्रीलंका विल face a stiff challenge. I mean,
Yeah,
they'll
absolutely.
be aware of what they saw.
बिल्कुल. एंड फर्स्टली वेलकम एवरीबॉडी हु इज जॉइनिंग अस इन द यूट्यूब लाइव शो वंस अगेन. आज हम लोग बात करेंगे जो आप सब लोग देख सकते हैं, इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका. फिर भी हम लोग कल की मैच जरूर भूल नहीं सकते. बट यस, श्रीलंका घर पे खेलेंगे, but and they are on a very good roll as well. But it will be a very tough challenge because no matter if India is playing against Sri Lanka on a surface or on a place where they are not familiar with, but our players are very much used to these conditions, and we will love facing them. And मेरे हिसाब से कल जैसे परफॉर्मेंस टीम इंडिया ने दिखाया, and Sri Lanka will definitely watch them closely.
हाँ,
If अगर बारिश नहीं हुई तो it will be a very very even contest. And the most important thing is that आज देखने को मिलेगा कि भारतीय टीम क्या कुछ बदलाव करते हैं, बिकॉज वी आर प्लेइंग बैक टू बैक डेज. जैसे आपने कहा कि 14 घंटा बाद हम लोग वापस उतरने वाले हैं, तो will we see any players getting rest or not? That's going to be very important, Aryan.
हाँ, आज के टॉपिक जैसे हम दिखा रहे थे नीचे, श्रीलंका की स्ट्रीक की तो बात करेंगे, पर विल इंडिया रेस्ट अ फ्यू प्लेयर्स? ये जो who's on the right of the screen, the man Rohit Sharma in frame, he needs to make the decisions. And for me, I'm getting a feeling Indian team, mind you, they went into the pool right after they went to the hotel. They went in for a recovery session, so that is also important. They had a bit of a fun, but to relax your muscles after a hard and taxing day, especially for KL and VK, with the fitness test that he took off for him. And I think there will be no changes, Preetham, from India's end. What do you think?
That's the only, like, I think because अगर ये मैच उतना important नहीं होगा, if we would have won 2 games in the Super Fours and going to Bangladesh, I would have definitely rested a few players. But this game is equally important, because if we lose this, it's a must-win contest against Bangladesh, and वहाँ पे अगर बारिश हुआ तो it's not in our hands. But I think India will go all guns blazing. जैसे कल विराट कोहली ने कहा कि we are used to playing test matches. He has played 100 or more than 100 test matches, and he has the experience. So I think that Team India will definitely play the same playing 11. But yes, there you go. Our first question is there, and this is a question which I was thinking too. And Aryan, आपके हिसाब से, do you think Team India will rest Jasprit Bumrah? कि उसका फिटनेस के like he's coming back from an injury, and similarly if you add KL Rahul to it, क्या लगता है कि वो लोग को रेस्ट दिया जाएगा आज के लिए?
I don't think so. I think India will go in with the same sort of streak, और streak क्या गया मैं, क्योंकि मैंने नीचे टॉपिक देख लिया, स्ट्रीक नहीं, मतलब इंडिया विल गो इन विद द सेम 11. बट देखिए, एक अंडरटेकर नाम के रेसलर थे बहुत फेमस, और उनकी स्ट्रीक थी 21-0. उसको थोड़ा सा ब्रॉक लेसनर ने, अगर आपको याद हो, WWE में, और आज इंडिया के सामने है श्रीलंका जो अंडरटेकर बन के खड़ी है. दे आर 13-0, एंड नाउ इंडिया हैज द चांस टू ब्रेक द स्ट्रीक, जो कि आज की वीडियो का टाइटल भी
I,
है. तो
it,
प्रीतम,
I just want to interrupt and say that in the 13 and no, Sri Lanka has never placed India before. So they have a very poor record against India in ODIs. So they are facing somebody they don't fancy playing a lot. In the last 10 games, probably Sri Lanka has won once or maximum twice against the Men in Blues. So आज की game बहुत ही important रहेगा for both the sides, because both the teams have won their first game. And आज अगर इंडिया जीत गया तो we have already one foot in the finals, which makes it even more interesting, because if Sri Lanka loses, then Sri Lanka versus Pakistan becomes a decider. वो देखने को
वो वो
अलग
उसकी
मजा
बात
आएगा.
उसकी बात करें, क्योंकि हमारे पड़ोसी आज हमारे लिए दुआ कर रहे हैं कि हे भगवान, आज इंडिया श्रीलंका से जीत जाए ताकि पाकिस्तान को फायदा हो. वो हम पॉइंट्स टेबल पे आएंगे, पर एज यू सेड श्रीलंका हैव फेस्ड क्वालिफायर्स, वो उनके ओडीआईज इंक्लूडेड है इसमें जो वो वर्ल्ड कप के लिए क्वालिफाई किए थे, और अब जो इन्होंने मैच जीते हैं, तो इट्स अ गुड कॉन्टेस्ट, एंड श्रीलंका एट होम इज अ very challenging side. So we can move on to the next one, Pritam.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about the venue, and it's going to be played at the same place. आर्यन कल थोड़ी बात कीजिए. It was a 2 day contest, and हम लोग के groundsmen, it's not हम लोग के rather Columbus groundsmen. How brilliant were they yesterday and day before, clearing the ground as soon as possible.
I mean, no words of appreciations are enough for these guys, because it's hard to first of all cover the whole ground and then get back to it. And brilliant stuff from the groundsmen. Virat and Rohit already praised them, so we can just say well done to the ground staff, to the Sri Lanka Cricket Board. They're very aware, and local groundsmen. That is the advantage you have with local people, that they know when the sky is dark, so they get really prepared, and then they're quick to get the covers on and off. So brilliant stuff from the groundsman. And today looks bright and sunny, and fingers crossed that we don't have any rain.
Yeah, that's correct because it looks good. It was looking good yesterday too around this time, but when the team entered the team hotel, rather the ground, and then the rain started. But no matter what, yesterday as well we got 2 or 3 times of stoppages, and the players had to leave the field. But the groundsmen, they were so quick. We could see from the studio as well. Behind the studio, it was we could see the ground, and they were so quick to take off the covers. It was they are somebody like many of the Indian stadiums do as well. They cover the whole ground. Like there are 10 to 12 big covers, and they cover the whole ground, and it takes around 50 to 60 people to take it away in one swift motion. So it was wonderfully done, and fingers crossed they could keep that for the upcoming 7 days. If they can keep it for the upcoming 5 to 7 days, then we can have Asia Cup that has not been that pleasing in terms of conditions, but at last हम लोग खत्म तो कर सकते हैं in a very good note. And going into the stats, जैसे हम लोग कल भी देखे, and in the first game of the Super Force भी देखे, आर्यन हम लोग दोनों का बात सही था कि winning the toss and batting first. दोनों कप्तान बांग्लादेश का साकिब अल हसन वर्सेस श्रीलंका, and day before yesterday बाबर आजम वर्सेस इंडिया, टॉस जीत के बल्लेबाजी किया. हाउ बिग अ फैक्टर दैट इज टर्निंग आउट टू बी. आपके कुछ ज्यादा ही बारिश के ऊपर भरोसा दे रहे हो कि would you think and would you suggest the teams winning the toss to bat first? I would add on to this, अगर शाना का जीतते तो I would want them to bowl again.
Uh, I don't think so. Just put India under pressure, win the toss and bat first. अगर आपके पास ये डाटा अवेलेबल है जो हम दिखा रहे हैं स्क्रीन पे, पाकिस्तान के पास भी था, बट विद द वेदर अराउंड, दैट इज द बिगेस्ट फैक्टर जो आपको इन्फ्लुएंस करता है कि यार हम बॉलिंग कर लेते हैं, डीएलएस आ जाएगा. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज द वन मेन फैक्टर, और पाकिस्तान विल नाउ रिग्रेट इट, दे विल लुक बैक एट इट. पर देखिए, टॉस एक सिर्फ माइन्यूट पार्ट होता है, बाद में एग्जीक्यूशन आती है. सो इट्स नॉट कि टॉस की वजह से ही हार गए. पाकिस्तान weren't up to the mark, और इंडिया ने तो फ्लैट पिच मिली तो 225 का इन्होंने तो डबल ट्रिपल स्कोर कर दिया. बट the stats suggest, man, 76% is no joke. Sorry, 54%, 76 wins. एंड अगर ये देख के भी नहीं आपको अकल आ रही, तो बस फिर भगवान ही साथी है आपका. पाकिस्तान made a blunder, Bangladesh made a blunder. I hope India doesn't make this. They put Sri Lanka under the pressure of the runs, and then they bowl them out. I would want Rohit to bat again.
Yeah, even I would want that. If you win the toss, definitely go for batting first and then see what happens. Because ये सब big games में you would want runs on the board. जैसे हम लोग कल innings break पे भी बोल रहे थे कि 350 looks आजकल के ज़माने में it's normal. Australia are posting close to 400, England are posting close to 400. 300, 350 is chaseable if you have a good start. But the way Pakistan team कल आखिरी 10 ओवर जैसे फील्ड पे दिखाया, the body language, they were so down and out. I was sure that 150 में we can bundle them. And we exactly did that. 228 runs का victory is a huge margin. और वो affect करेंगे हम लोग जब points table में देखेंगे कि how big a threat effect will that be for Pakistan in terms of net run rate. लेकिन uh, short and crisp, Aryan, win the toss and bat first today as well.
Yes.
That's correct. Okay, we move on to the next one that you have already said. पहले हम लोग टीम इंडिया के बात करते हैं. हम लोग का तीन लाजवाब बल्लेबाज, दो लाजवाब बल्लेबाजी और एक बुमराह की हम लोग यहाँ पे फोटो डाले हैं. बट वी हैव टू give a lot of credit to the person that got 5 wickets yesterday, Kuldeep Yadav. I'll start with the people who are not in the screen. That is Kuldeep Yadav. How a joy to watch was he yesterday.
आई थिंक देखो, सबसे पहले तो उसका टेक्निकल इम्प्रूवमेंट, नंबर वन, ही इज मोर अपराइट इन द एक्शन, नंबर टू, एवरीथिंग गोइंग टुवर्ड्स द टारगेट. पहले वाला एक्शन देखो तो इट्स द आर्म्स आर वेरी वाइड स्प्रेड. क्रिटिसिज्म क्या हो रहा था कि ही इज टू स्लो इन द एयर, और उसको उसने चेंज किया. बैटर्स आर नॉट कमिंग आउट ऑफ द क्रीज एंड हिटिंग इट. अब दे हैव टू प्ले इट फ्रॉम द पिच. और अगर आप हाथ से रीड कर रहे तो कल जैसे इफ्तिकार के एज लगे, इट वाज लाइक it was like trigonometry question. Kuldeep Yadav was like that to the Pakistani batters. So I think it's credit to him. He worked on his technique and now he's reaping rewards. Jasprit Bumrah just showed that you guys are not playing in Sri Lanka, you're playing in England. So today I expect nothing less from Jasprit. दिन में शायद थोड़ा कम स्विंग करे 10 ओवर के बाद, पर फिर भी करेगा. और लाइटों के नीचे अगर जस्सी को बॉल मिल गई तो श्रीलंका वालों को दिखनी नहीं है. तो जस्सी जस्सी के आने से ना इंडिया के वर्ल्ड कप चांस यहाँ थे तो यहाँ हो गए, सीधी सी बात है.
बिल्कुल
वो
बिल्कुल.
ही इज ही इज द इन्फोर्सर. और सिराज की सपोर्ट मिलती रही तो आई थिंक 6 bowlers आर इनफ फॉर अस टू गो इन विद एवरी गेम.
या एग्जैक्टली. एंड सिराज की बात किए, सिराज कल वैसे उतना शानदार नहीं था. फिर भी आते अगली बैट्समैन, द टू ओपनर्स रोहित शर्मा, शुभमन गिल, जो प्लेटफॉर्म खड़ी कर दी थी परसों. वी हैव टू मेंशन दिस बार बार. द प्लेटफॉर्म दे हैड stepped up yesterday, day before yesterday. How big of a thing is that you when you have your openers? 100 की बात तो बाद में करते, but if you have a 50 for no loss, an opening stand, how big a boost is that?
बहुत बड़ा बूस्ट, क्योंकि टीम पीछे बैकफुट पे हो जाती है. श्रीलंका इज ब्लडी प्रेडिक्टेबल. तुम्हें पता है एक एंड से पतिराना लगे, वो सॉरी रजिता लगेगा,
तीक्ष्ण.
एक एंड से तीक्ष्ण. सो दिस इज अ फेयरली इजी गेम फॉर दीज ओपनर्स टू सेट अप टुडे. उन्हें पता है कि तीक्ष्ण इज गोइंग टू बोल द न्यू बॉल. आईपीएल में खेल रखा है, कैसे खेलते हैं दैट विल बी द बिग थिंग. रोहित एंड गिल एंड विद पतिराना, उन्होंने भी खेल रखा है आईपीएल में, सबने खेल रखा है. सो दैट इज अ गुड एडवांटेज फॉर इंडिया टू हैव. बट yeah, I think today I'm again looking forward to KL because एक inning तो होती है, but can he carry on? We want to see from the prospect of World Cup. So World Cup में 8 मैच है, 9 मैच है. Will he be able to carry on this form for the next, let's say 1, 2 and 3 games? Hopefully, let's see.
जैसे जैसे आपने अभी कहा केएल राहुल, एंड वीडियो के शुरू में कहा कि टिल द 17th of November we will have our eyes on few of the players. एक फैन ने यहाँ पे बोला कि like Priyanka is saying here that when our eyes are all on one person, will we see another King Kohli century or will it be someone else day today? You said KL Rahul may probably perform, but will we see another King Kohli century today?
Why not? If he's in the mood, he'll score, and he looks in the mood. So, yeah. So no surprises. Colombo is in a love affair. Last 4 games, 400s at Colombo, 13,000 runs and 77 tons. So he'll be looking to add on to the tally.
So you're saying number 78 could be on the cards today?
Very well.
Yeah. Okay, and Nitish says that yes, day before yesterday, Rohit missed out on a well-deserved long
But
score.
he's raised a very valid point, which we have forgot to mention. Who is the opposition today? Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
who is our captain? Rohit Sharma. So one opposition
So we
doesn't
can
spare is Rohit.
see a big 100. We can see a very
200.
big 100.
Another double 100. Remember the last game in Mohali, and the one before that came in Eden.
Eden Gardens. Yeah, we can definitely see a double 100 from Rohit Sharma today because he loves playing against Sri Lanka and he knows most of the players. Probably he will not be familiar with Rajita and stuff. He has played Chamira and those players, but he's that kind of a player who can get used to the conditions, adapt to this pitch easily. दो तीन ओवर खेलेंगे फिर जैसे चलता है चलेंगे. So I think that's a very valid point from Nitish. We can see a big daddy 100 from our Indian captain. चलते हैं हम लोग Sri Lanka के बात करते हैं. The players that have been mentioned here. First, we will come to Kushal Mendes. Mr. Consistent bowler abhi Sri Lanka in terms of at number three. How important is he for Sri Lanka's backbone, not just in the Asia Cup but going into the World Cup as well?
I think he's a good player. Complaint is that from him he's not that consistent. And recently he's been in amongst the ranks. So number three is a very important spot, and he has a good timing. Yeah, that is the most impressive thing about him. Doesn't strike the ball hard, relies on timing. So his wicket is very important for India.
Yeah, correct. And what about the other? I feel he is very underrated. I consider him as an underrated player. That is Sadira Samaravikrama. He is
He's
the at
not.
batting.
He is not underrated. He is the one now teams will start to fear with that knock that he
Absolutely.
showed in the last game.
That's what I said. He is not being talked much about, but he's truly turning out to be a gem for Sri Lanka. The likes of when we used to see Kapukendra Jayawardene at the number 4 and 5 position, always performing and performing. So Sadira Samavikrama, would you fear him today as well? That he can stick into the surface and play a big innings, or would you leave it up to the likes of Kuldeep Jadeja to take things under control?
No. He is someone who plays low risk shots, so he'll accumulate strike, and any batsman is vulnerable in the first 5 to 10 balls. So that is the best phase to get in from batters out. And I think from what I saw, he doesn't have many technical deficiencies. Might be odd against Bumrah because he hasn't faced that kind of action and pace. Similarly, Kuldeep, I don't know how much has he played him. So those are the two bowlers I'll be looking to target him with, and then you have Priyanka asking our next set of players which we were going to go. According to you, who is the bigger threat now?
Tikshana Patirana. I think Patirana can be controlled, but Tikshana is somebody you need to play very careful because a slow surface, he is going to be much of a threat. जैसे हम लोग बांग्लादेश के साथ भी देखा था, Tikshana was held as
Hmm.
long as possible because with the old ball he's going to get much swing and spin, sorry, and he's the biggest threat for Sri Lanka. So I think you have to play the 10 overs of Tikshana very carefully. Patirana is somebody like Haris Rauf of Pakistan, sheer pace and different kind of an action that can trouble you. Nothing else apart from that. But here comes a question, very valid point, very valid question for you, Aryan. Do you think Shami should play today? If yes, then who will be rested amongst the
Okay.
Pacers? Because I
Okay. So
really, I yeah, go ahead.
so इस सवाल का जवाब कहाँ गया क्वेश्चन? एक मिनट.
Yep,
क्वेश्चन लाना.
yep.
तो इस सवाल का जवाब ये है कि भैया मोहम्मद शमी जी ने जितना भी उसका चांस था खेलने का, कल जो शार्दुल ठाकुर ने बॉल डाली है मोहम्मद रिजवान को, उसके बाद मोहम्मद शमी का चांस थोड़ा कम लग रहा है. बिकॉज he might be expensive, पर वो विकेटों के लिए जाता है. That's the biggest thing of Shardul that he has. And for to answer your question, Cricket Circle 07, no, he's not gonna play until they decide to rest either of a Siraj or a Pota.
That I think that's what he means. He means because we have played yesterday. We think he has both of our fast bowlers bowled yesterday, and we bowled in the second innings. So the recovery time is pretty less. So in case we win the toss and bowl first, or like if we are sent to bowl first in the first innings under the hot conditions, he feels Shami or even I would add Prasidh Krishna. मेरे हिसाब से if anybody among the two can be rested, I think it should be or will be Jasprit Bumrah, क्योंकि Bumrah is coming back from an injury, so rush करने का जरूरत नहीं है. Even if I won't be surprised if Surya plays and KL doesn't, just because of that factor. But batsman को उतना दिक्कत नहीं होगा जितना bowlers को होगा, I think.
हाँ, Sri Lanka is playing
Yeah,
very
and next
well,
question is
and
this. Yeah, Sri Lanka is playing really well
yeah.
even
So
after missing many key players. Do you think Sri Lanka is one of the favorites for the World Cup considering it's India? Yeah, they love Asian conditions, but the question for you is that if they bring back the key players like Hasaranga,
no, they are
Madhu
no, they
Sharma,
are not. No, they are not because I don't. I need to check the venues where they are playing, and if it's a flatty and then the spinners are they are effective to none. So if they're playing on turning tracks, they'll have the advantage. Their batting needs to come good. The bowlers are decent. You pack the bowling with Hasaranga, Patirana, Tikshana, but how about the batting? The batting needs to step up. And I think that is the big question Sri Lanka will be looking to answer. But they're the defending champions, and yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, they have good games at good venues because they are playing at Delhi where they will love a lot. They are playing couple of games in Lucknow, so it's going to be spinning conditions out there until they go to the second half of the tournament in places where it's meant for just runs and runs in Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, and again Bangalore. So the first half of the tournament they will love playing in these conditions, Lucknow and Delhi especially. बहुत spin होगा is typical Asian conditions. Then we move on to the second phase where they will play Wankhede, Mumbai and stuff. So that is going to be challenging. ये जो नीतीश जोशी साहब ने कहा कि रेन आई होप आई डोंट वांट टू सी रेन हम लोग 100 ओवर का क्योंकि keeping into the fact for all the viewers we do not have any more reserves day until the final.
Yes,
So
yes.
so this is going to be crucial. If we do not, so the cutoff time will start from 6:22. We will start losing overs. We will have a cutoff time till 10:26. So those things are normal. Those things will stay. But rain shouldn't be coming into the conditions मेरे हिसाब से because that will spoil the sport. जैसे हम लोग कल भी देखे परसों भी देखे we did not have much of a crowd. We're expecting better crowd today because it's the home team that's going to be playing today. So let's see what happens. But यहाँ पे last player we are going to discuss is Patirana. How big a threat is he with his slinger action? Is he going to be bowling with a new ball for 1 or 2 overs, or do you see Shanaka, Tikshana, and Rajita bowling in the power play?
It depends on if they have any matchups against Indians. That depends. But he'll be a different commodity, I'm sure. And he'll be a challenge to face. So I would really like to see the battle how we end up facing Patirana.
Okay, that's cool. And now the talking point. Now the talking point is the points table. So you Pakistan fans would not love like watching into the uh, net run rate of this, but still, if you look into 1, 2, 3, 4, what about India and Sri Lanka? The
for
winner
once,
of
for
today
once,
straight away. Yeah.
for once, let's just cover Bangladesh with the title because our no disrespect to Bangladesh, but let's just put this title in and focus on the three teams. Uh, I'll just clarify the situation. तो अब क्या है? पाकिस्तान के लिए India needs to beat Sri Lanka. Pakistan needs to beat Sri Lanka, and then India and Pakistan are through. Scenario number one. Scenario number two: if Sri Lanka loses, Sri Lanka beats India, India beats Bangladesh, Pakistan beats Sri Lanka. Then the scenario comes on net run rate. वहां पे भी पाकिस्तान फंस रहा है. तो पाकिस्तान
I
के
don't
लिए
think so. I'll interrupt here. I don't think so. If Pakistan beats Sri Lanka, then it comes to a head to head. I think Asia Cup में head to head आता है than net run rate. I think so. मेरे हिसाब से net run rate से ज़्यादा क्या head to head आता है? If it's between the two sides whom you have defeated once, I think मेरा जो memory कह रहा है. But if it's a net run rate, then that's curtains for Pakistan. I think.
no
लेकिन
no let's
for
assume एक बार let's assume कि net
yeah.
run rate है. We are not 100% confirm कि क्या scenario है, but let's assume कि net run rate है.
Yeah, if it's net 100, then though I think it's a huge problem because the Pakistan चाहेंगे कि Sri Lanka has to lose by a big margin today. Then they will have a
Hmm.
possibility, and that could be something which could be a possibility. आप इंडिया का net run rate देखिए 4.56. That is something like a
ये
huge margin because
जिसे
we
जिसे
are
दो तीन मैचों का नेट रन रेट एक साथ लेके चलेगा.
exactly,
This is like
exactly.
this is,
Uh, just to look into if India wins by 10, 15 runs today, the net run rate will be around 3 point something because it's not going to be more than 4.5 because दो game के average करेंगे, but it's going to be a very positive factor for Team India. They should just focus on winning the game, which I think they were focusing yesterday too when they came into once again to the conditions after 11 overs. We were having a discussion कि दोनों spinners को करवाओ and फटाक से beat. Rohit was looking into the long-term project, and I think that worked pretty well. And that's good because 5 overs each for Siraj and Bumrah, and then probably 4 overs each for Hardik and Shardul. fantastic captaincy, I must say. So all good, and no disrespect to Bangladesh for all the viewers, because Bangladesh are out of the tournament. Even if they win the last game with 2 points, you cannot qualify to the finals. But that is the reason why we just kept Bangladesh out of the contentions for some time. But yes, Bangladesh will face the final game against India on the 15th of September. So Aryan, आपके हिसाब से India and which team goes to the final?
That will be the jailbreaker match, yaar. Sri Lanka, Pakistan. That will decide it. And if I am banking us to do the job today, and अगर वो हो गया, and if इसी इसमें एक सिनेरियो आ रहा है कि अगर श्रीलंका मैच हार रहा है, तो उन्हें पता है कि हमारी नेट रेट पाकिस्तान से बहुत ज्यादा है. So even if we are losing this game, we should take the game damn close, so that when we go into the game versus Pakistan, we are still ahead of them. And that if India pummels Sri Lanka, then it's a level playing field. Then पाकिस्तान के ऊपर से what do you say? पाकिस्तान के ऊपर से the नेट रन रेट का प्रेशर हट जाएगा अगर आज इंडिया ने श्रीलंका को अच्छे खासे मार्जिन से हरा दिया. So all those factors are running around this game.
Yeah, that's good. That's absolutely correct. And I think यहाँ पे if India wins today and we're going to the Sri Lanka Pakistan of a contest, then I think it's advantage Sri Lanka, because the thing is that Baba, sorry, I'm sorry for the fan out here,
Mhm.
but I think Haris Rauf is ruled out of the Asia Cup, and even
And
Naseem Shah.
Naseem
Naseem
Shah.
Shah का थोड़ा
Yeah.
precaution है because it hit his left hand, but still, if they have called in two players, Zaman Khan and Dahani from Pakistan, so I think if both of them are out of the tournament, Naseem and Haris, I think that is a huge loss for Pakistan, because especially Naseem Shah, he's been terrific in both the games. I think he's been very good. And talking about what Deepu says is this loss has almost have Babar and Co 1 foot in the plane from the Sri Lanka final on the cards. क्या लगता है if that because yesterday like I said that Pakistan का confidence बहुत down था, and will this loss to especially their arch rivals India, जैसे दीपू ने कहा, will affect them a lot and put them in 1 foot into the plane for back to Lahore.
Yeah, right now, na, I can't really say anything because it is like the door to the final is in front, or all the three teams were walking on the string, and suddenly India make a sprint and then they're close to the door. Right now, Pakistan is barely hanging on, and Sri Lanka still are behind India. So no one is currently out of contention. Today's result will clarify things even more, which whatever result it is. So we need to wait for today, and I think in the post-match show when we return with you, we'll give you a lot more clarity on where this Asia Cup is going.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about somebody, one of the fans is asking, what is the weather? Rain
ए
predictions.
भाई
तो
ए
पूरा
भाई
पूरा
नो नहीं, ये दूसरा सवाल आया. नहीं नहीं भाई, नहीं चाहिए बारिश यार.
I think rain predictions we don't want, because, but yes, talking about what your question is, rain is predicted today once again between 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, again after 8 o'clock as well. जैसे कल था, rain is again predicted throughout the week, but the groundsmen are doing terrific job. So fingers crossed हम लोग सबके कि रेन बिल्कुल ही ना आए, बादल कहीं और चला जाए, पालीकली की तरफ चला जाए, and they do not hit in front of the Colombo Stadium. We move on. We move on to uh, the final two slides of us, and that is Sri Lanka. How settled a playing 11 are they?
Same 11. No need to change. You won it. You won a game and just go in with the same 11. Very settled.
And looking into the fact that they have batting depth as well, they're batting deeply
हाँ.
till number 8. Wallagi can bat as well. So Tikshana उस दिन भी अच्छे खेल दिए थे, but like if you had to pick, like yesterday we spoke about Team India का दो खिलाड़ी अगर खड़े हो गए तो it's curtains for the opposition. Who are the two top batsmen you think if they can stand and build a good partnership like Rahul and Kohli for Sri Lanka?
Sadira and Kusal,
Yeah,
informed players.
even I felt so. Number 3 and number 5 are Kushal Mendis and Sadira Samavikrama. Two are in form as well and too good. And for Sri Lanka to get early breakthroughs, do you think the onus lies on Rajita, or is it Tikshana once again?
सोली महेश तीक्ष्णा। अगर इंडिया इंडिया रजिता को विकेट दे रहा है, वो इंडिया की सबसे बड़ी गलती है। तुम रजिता को अटैक कर सकते हो, तीक्ष्णा ही हैज अ लॉट ऑफ इन स्विंग आउट स्विंग, ही कैन बी द बिग थ्रेट विद द न्यू बॉल। और देखो भाई, इंडिया क्रिकेट फैंस के जो भी जितने भी फैंस 8 लोग देख रहे हैं, तुम्हें पता है कि चाहे कोई प्लेयर आउट ऑफ फॉर्म हो, चाहे कोई प्लेयर डेब्यू कर रहा हो, हम उसको फॉर्म में किसी ना किसी तरह ले आते हैं। अब तुम इस लिस्ट में देखो तो एक प्लेयर तुम्हें दिखेगा, धनंजय डिसिल्वा, जिसने कुछ नहीं किया, पूरे टूर्नामेंट खेल रहा है। तो हो सकता है, मैं चाहता नहीं हूं, पर हो सकता है आज वो रन कर दे, और वो होना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि वो भी बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है। लोग उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे, पर रिसेंटली टेस्ट सीरीज में पाकिस्तान को फोड़ के आया। तो कीप एन आई ऑन दिस गाय। आई डोंट नो व्हाई आई एम गेटिंग दिस गट फीलिंग दैट ही माइट जस्ट स्कोर।
Yeah, that's true because he's a brilliant cricketer. And Sri Lanka, I think no changes. They will go with this set 11 if we have a 50 overs, 100 overs game today. Shanaka is the biggest threat. He performs at a different level against us.
यस।
Yes, हम लोग कैसे भूल सकते एशिया कप एंड Shanaka was the birthday boy last time when they played Bangladesh. बैट में भी रन किए, बॉल पे भी रन किए, so विकेट्स भी लिए थे. So I think he is a good all rounder. Captain, I rate him higher than Babar Azam, to be honest. He's a better captain
यस
than Babar
यस
Azam
यस यस
for me.
यस।
So I think very good cricketer. So we'll go to the playing 11 of India now. Then we come to the question of Priyanka. That is, firstly, Aryan, आपके हिसाब से इस टीम में कोई बदलाव from what we played yesterday?
कुछ मत करो, बस जो 11 बंदे थे उनको मसाज दिलवाओ, मसाज थेरेपिस्ट अपना काम करे, और वो आराम से फ्रेश लेग्स कम ऑन टू द ग्राउंड।
Okay, and now comes to the question, and we are not talking about this cricketer. That is Shubman Gill. Do we see a masterclass from him as well? We spoke about Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli,
he's
KL Rahul,
he's
Shubman Gill.
250s back to back. He himself likes to, he's a run machine, and he'll like to continue his form. So he's a consistent player. Expect nothing less than from him. If he gets a start, he'll carry on.
And you expect another blistering start from him, fast and not too conservative and breaking the shackles with the new ball again.
Yeah, because the thing he didn't do against Pakistan in Kandy is exactly that. And he is that kind of a player who doesn't like to get bogged down. IPL bully कहते हैं उसको, क्यों कहते हैं उसको IPL bully? Because he gives good starts, man. So that's the reason behind he's called
And
IPL.
even if you say that he has played the likes of Tikshana, Pathirana against CSK a lot of times,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
he will definitely know their strengths and weaknesses. So he will somebody he's a cricketer. I think we should keep an eye because we're not discussing much about him, Ishan Kishan, because Kal Ishan Kishan and did not get his batting, even Hardik Pandya, but
हार्दिक की भी कहाँ है
हाँ,
बैटिंग।
but शुभमन गिल आई थिंक ही कैन बी स्टार बिकॉज बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स की वो बैटिंग किए हुए सो I think this is the set playing 11. If there is no resting kind of a thing, if team management doesn't look into it, I think we should go with this playing 11. We move on to the final thing of our contest. That is, हम लोग हर समय करते हैं, and that is highest wicket taker, highest run scorer. जल्दी से बताइए आज पहले श्रीलंका के
हाईएस्ट विकेट टेकर highest wicket taker for Sri Lanka, Tikshana, and
okay.
highest run scorer, Samar Vikram.
Okay, I would say for run scorer, I would say it will be Kushal Mendis, and for wicket takers, I'll go somebody different. I'll go with Dhananjay De Silva.
हे भगवान।
And for India,
इंडिया, जसप्रीत बुमराह इन द विकेट, क्योंकि कल बेचारा सेकंड स्पेल डालने आ नहीं पाया। और रन्स में यार टॉप 4 में से कोई, रोहित शर्मा। श्रीलंका है तो रोहित शर्मा।
I'll stick to Rohit Sharma because Sri Lanka को वो बहुत पसंद करते हैं, and I'll stick to the man who got 5 wickets yesterday, Kuldeep. He's looking brilliant. I think he's going to get at least 3 wickets today. मेरे हिसाब से ये दोनों हैं. Match predictions, देश के खिलाफ जाएंगे क्या?
नहीं, अपन आराम से जीत रहे हैं मैच, और पाकिस्तान की तरह वन साइडेड तो नहीं होगा, बट I still feel we have got the game in the bag.
Yeah, even I think so. So let's look into this as another 2 points in the grab for us if we have 100 overs of play. सन जैसे आपके वहाँ पे भी अच्छी खासी धूप है, कोलंबो भी शायद वैसी अच्छी खासी धूप रहे तो everything will be good. Thank you so much each and every one of you. I hope there is no more questions. Oh, there is one before we end the show. That is Pathirana versus Shubman Gill is the battle which we will dictate a lot of things. Dravid and Code need to be aware of the slinger threat. जैसे हम लोग बात किए,
Yeah,
it will be a CSK versus Gujarat Titans of a threat. How
yeah.
big you see?
Good battle, not a threat. Good battle. Both will be prepared.
And ये बात हम कल देख रहे थे. This is something I would like to have an opinion of yours कि इंडिया कुछ ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रास डाल रहा है. How important is that of uh, controlling your swing and going into less wides? जैसे पतिराना, he doesn't have control of his wides, no balls as well. So will it be Indian bowling attack versus Patirana in terms of extras? But do you think
Uh,
India should control that?
देखो, जब बॉलर पहली पहली 2 ओवर डालता है तो उसको गेज करना होता है कितना स्विंग हो रहा है और उसके हिसाब से लाइन एडजस्ट करे. अब बॉल डालने से पहले तो वो बता नहीं सकता कि मेरा इतना डिग्री हो रहा है, इतना हिल रहा है. तो बुमराह ने जब देखा कि बहुत ही ज्यादा स्विंग हो रहा है, देन ही हैड टू कंट्रोल इट. सो इट all depends on it all kind of depends on
The
how
bowler
much is it
controls the ball.
swinging. Then control.
Yeah, agreed. And like we said, it's Team India, men in blue for us. I hope me and Aryan have happy faces today as well going on to the match. We hope that there is no rain going on to this important game. India playing back-to-back games after 14 hours. We will see again, probably, hopefully, the same playing 11 getting onto the field. Thank you so much once again, each and every one of you have joined us in the comment section, who have joined us in live, and who will be watching it once again after this show as well. जरूर कमेंट सेक्शन में आप क्वेश्चन दीजिएगा, हम लोग जरूर वहां पे कमेंट्स करेंगे. Don't forget to subscribe the channel of the Directed as well as the Fifth Umpire, and do press the bell icon for more updates because we will definitely catch up for the India versus Bangladesh preview show as well at sharp 12 p.m. on the 15th of September. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you, Priyanka, for the appreciation once again as well. Thank you so much, guys. See you. Good night. Bye bye.